What is going on YouTube? Snoop12922. This is a video for Ray from Philly. Ray just hit 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Ray. And Ray is asking us to put together our great team. So, well, Ray, let's get this started. First of all, I took a few liberties with the team that I put together and hope you don't mind. But first base, I'm going with Lou Gehrig. I don't think you can go wrong with Gehrig at first base. He was a 7-time All-Star, 6-time World Series champion. You know, he's a 5-time AL RBI leader. So Gehrig is definitely going to be at first base for me. Second is going to be Jackie Robinson. Jackie had a lifetime batting average of 311, and, you know, 6-time All-Star, also a Rookie of the Year. But the thing you have to remember is that Jackie's numbers are a little bit skewed because Jackie played in the Negro Leagues before he came to Major League Baseball. So, but because Jackie was able to handle the pressure of dealing with everything he was going through in order to get into the MLB because of the gentleman's agreement, then, you know, I definitely want Jackie on the team. Oh, and by the way, for the Negro Leagues, Jackie had a 387 batting average. So, second baseman, definitely Jackie Robinson. Shortstop, it's a player most guys have probably never heard of. I encourage you to look this guy up. It's Henry Pop Lloyd from the Negro Leagues. His nickname was El Cuchara, which, when you translate it, it means the shovel because of the style he had picking up the ball from batted balls. And he had a lifetime batting average with the Negro Leagues of 343. You know, Lloyd is considered to be the greatest shortstop in Negro League history. And even Babe Ruth and Ted Haro, the sports writer, reportedly both of them agreed that Henry Pop Lloyd was probably the greatest ball player ever at that time. Pop Lloyd was also called the Black Wagner, and Wagner said that it's an honor to even be compared to Pop Lloyd. So that gives you the caliber of a player that Pop Lloyd was. Shortstop, definitely going Henry Pop Lloyd from the Negro Leagues. My third baseman is a guy that a lot of people probably hadn't heard of much of either. Nicknamed Hooks, none other than Ray Dandridge. Ray Dandridge was a 3-time Negro League All-Star, and he's also a Hall of Famer. He was supposed to be the first African American in Major League Baseball. Bill Veeck of the Indians called Dandridge in 1947 and asked him to come play for Cleveland, and Dandridge turned him down because of how he was being treated so greatly in Mexico, and also because he felt that he was a little bit too old to try to break into the major leagues. So I'm definitely putting Ray Dandridge, one of the great third basemen out of the Negro Leagues, in there. For left field, there's only one guy who I could go with in left field with a 298 batting average, the home run leader, over 2,900 hits, a 14-time All-Star, 8-time Golden Glove winner. None other than Barry Bonds would be my left field player. Center field, can't go with anybody but the Say Hey Kid. 302 batting average, over 3,200 hits, over 660 home runs. You know, a 24-time All-Star, 12-time Golden Glove winner. How else could I go with anybody but the Say Hey Kid? But also remember, Willie Mays' numbers are skewed also because Willie Mays played in the Negro Leagues, and those numbers are not counted. So he probably had over 700 home runs, you know, throughout his baseball career if you included the Negro League stats in there. Right field, nobody else can play right field but Babe Ruth, the Bambino. Babe Ruth is a legend, had a 342 batting average, over 2,000 RBIs, and over 700 home runs. Nobody else but Babe Ruth is going to be there. Now, behind the plate is none other than Josh Gibson. Those of you that don't know about Josh Gibson, you really need to look him up. He died way too young, was never allowed to play in the MLB because of the gentleman's agreement, but he had a .359 batting average and a .648 slugging percentage in the Negro Leagues. The Hall of Fame credits him with over 800 home runs. And in 1934, playing a barnstorming match against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium in 34, he hit the only baseball and outside of Yankee Stadium. So look up Josh Gibson. He's the only guy that I would put behind the plate. My right-handed starting pitcher, none other than Satchel Paige. Those of you that don't know a lot about Satchel Paige, you really should watch this video. It's on YouTube. It's called Black Diamond Satchel Paige. He was a 5-time Negro League All-Star, 2-time MLB All-Star. Satchel Paige was unbelievable. The guy who set the standard for relief pitchers, none other than Rollie Fingers, you know, with over 1,300 strikeouts and over 341 saves, a 7-time All-Star, 4-time Relief Man of the Year award. I couldn't go with anybody else but Rollie. My left-handed starting pitcher, another guy most people have probably never heard of, but he's a guy you really should look up to know more about him. That is Bill Foster, William Hendrick Foster. Everybody called him Bill. So look him up under Bill Foster, one of the greatest left-handed pitchers in the Negro Leagues of all. Charlie Gehringer from Detroit had told him, if I could paint you white, I could get $150,000 a season for you. That gives you a clue as to how good Bill Foster was. I just can't talk enough about how good that left-handed pitcher was. Now, relieving him, there's only another left-handed reliever I could go with, and that's Billy Wagner. Wagner had almost 1,200 strikeouts and 422 saves, 7-time All-Star, definitely Wagner. Now, with this team, Ray, there's a lot of egos involved here and a lot of stars. I need a manager for this team that can handle every ego that's out there and put everybody in their place. I need a manager that's not afraid of anybody on the team, nor any umpire or anyone. And there's only one manager I could think of like that, and that is Hall of Fame manager Earl Weaver. Earl Weaver, for those that think Earl wasn't one of the great managers that wasn't afraid of anybody, Earl was ejected from over 91 games because of how he was. Look at some videos of Earl Weaver, and you'll see why I chose him as a manager. Not only that, but he turned around the Baltimore Orioles in the 70s. So I had to go with Earl Weaver as a manager. So Ray, there you go. There's my team, and congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Everybody else, you guys take it easy. Stay blessed. I'll see you. Peace.